7 now of the Mike Ribeiro trial?
Yep, we're on day 7 now, Devin, and we're just getting to the defense this morning. The state rested up yesterday afternoon, and we're now just getting to the defense on day 7 of this trial. Obviously, Mike Ribeiro, former Dallas Stars player, is charged with 2 counts of sexual assault and 1 count of attempted sexual assault here in Franklin County, and we're getting into the meat of the defense's case this morning. They brought in a forensic computer investigations expert to testify this morning, and what he's talking about is the alleged victim's phones records in this case. And what's really important to note before I talk about anything is when this happened and when the phones were turned over to law enforcement, because there's going to be a lot of talk about what was allegedly deleted and what was actually deleted. So this happened allegedly back on Lake Cypress Springs in June of 2021. They didn't have to actually turn their phones over until September of 2022. So the state's main argument is they didn't know that their phones were going to be evidence until almost a year later. So they didn't know if they deleted stuff by accident or if they deleted it on purpose. Well, they didn't necessarily know. And as the defense expert testified this morning, we don't know how to tell if something was deleted on purpose. We don't know how to tell if something was deleted when it was deleted. So now let's talk about what he testified to this morning. We learned there were several searches for Mike Ribeiro. We don't know when they were searched for. Things from some of the victims, just looking him up, undated searches for his name. One of the victims searched for things like his net worth, his wife. We also learned about a group chat that exists. It was found on one of the witnesses' phones, but not the alleged victim's phone. So this defense expert looked in and said, hey, where is this group chat? You know, it's not on the alleged victim's phones. So now we believe that group chat was deleted by 2 of the alleged victims. So we're going into these intensive phone records, kind of looking to see what happened from the time this incident happened to when it was turned over to law enforcement. So we've got a lot of holes to fill. The defense expert will be back on the stand after lunch, so it'll be interesting to see how the state continues with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, did they go over the potential repercussions for deleting those messages in those group chats? Again, you don't know if actual malice was intended, but if they can prove that there was malice, if they were trying to hide it, is that something they can be held accountable for in court?
I don't know. We do have testimony from one witness in this case that she did actually delete some information after she was told by law enforcement, and the defense experts today testified that she deleted around 500 images from her phone on the day that she turned it over to law enforcement. She testified that those images were not related to the case, testified that they were embarrassing images of nature. So we don't know what they were, so there's no way to recover them, but we don't have any word from the state on if they would face repercussion for that. I would imagine not, but it's certainly something to keep track of, and we'll keep track of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Not a specific instance of concern then, JD. I want to thank you for giving us the latest there from the first half of day 7 of that Mike Ribeiro trial. We will hear from you again with Michaela Goose at the desk after day 7 wraps up. Thanks for calling in.
You got it.